You pushed this live. Okay, wonderful. I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my AC. Well, cool. I thought we could talk a little bit about howto.plo.co. Do you have some?
Okay.
You've been working on that this week, right? You've been part of that effort. I thought it might be good to
Uh,
flash
yeah, we
a
can.
preview.
Let me see if. Let me see what we have there.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna share my screen and
okay. Yeah. Share
for
your screen.
to give people some context. Because if you've been following along, and by the way, welcome everyone. Happy Friday. I'm sure you guys are ready to get out of work and start drinking caipirinhas. Am I saying that right, by the way? Caipirinhas.
Nice.
Um, we call it beer o'clock here in the United States.
Beer clock.
Yeah.
Nice.
In England, we call it Poets' Day on Friday, which is piss off early. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Uh,
Anyway,
uh.
anyway.
Do you
Here is
question? Do you
yes,
have that dark beard in there as well? Because I went to Dublin and there they
yes.
have that. What is it called?
Stout. It's called stout.
Stout. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
stout.
have this?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's delicious alternative to beer and lager because it's non-carbonated, so you're not like burping all the time, but it's still cool
Uh,
and refreshing, and you can drink a lot of them, and then all of a sudden it just creeps up on you how strong they are. Well, actually, they're not that strong until you've had like three of them, and then you're like talkative. You've got the
yeah.
spirit of the
Yeah.
Irish running through your veins.
Yeah. When I was there, I guess it's called Guinness, right? I had one or
Guinness, and there's
two
also a Murphy's as well, the famous ones. Yeah,
Murphys. Nice, nice.
yeah. I've had many. I don't drink anymore, but I did have a wonderful career of enjoying those kinds of libations. What's your favorite drink, by the way?
So the thing is, I don't. I'm not. I don't drink a lot of. I don't drink a lot of beers. I discovered actually. I discovered that when I went to United States, Mary's um, fiance. Is it called fiance or no?
Fiancé?
No, fiance.
Oh,
Like
fiance. Uh
engaged.
huh. Yes,
Fiance.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Mary's
Fiance. So,
fiance.
yes.
Give
I thought you were
me a
telling me a drink.
no,
Sorry.
no, no. Yeah, he gave me a light beer, so
Mm.
I enjoyed a lot that light beer.
Uh huh.
But other than that, I don't. I'm not a beer person. I'm more like a wine slash. I enjoy caipirinhas. Um,
Yes.
so I would say wines and caipirinhas is what I would drink. And other than that, coffee.
Yes, I am. I see you have
Uh,
your big tumbler of coffee. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah.
this in
Exactly. Yeah,
Argentina.
yeah, yeah.
Like it needs to be big. I need to, yeah,
Yeah,
a bird
exactly.
bath of coffee.
Yeah. So, in coffee, I started drinking in I guess the last year. I was not
Yeah.
a coffee person at all because it would make
Mm,
my stomach like go crazy every time. Like
mm,
get
mm.
coffee, go to the bathroom. But now I guess I trained my body to leverage the power of the coffee.
It's one of those remarkable things that I feel like it's a legal drug. Basically, is what it is. It's a pretty effective stimulant, and I just feel like it's such an amazing gift. I think to the humans coffee is this kind of perfect. It wakes you up. It makes you kind of more productive. I can't live without it. I'm embarrassed to say I have to drink coffee in the morning before I have a thought.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah.
But then it comes in. Then it comes in thick and fast.
Yeah. I. So I'm not addicted, right? I can stop whenever I
No,
want. It's just
no,
that
yeah,
I don't
yes,
want to.
exactly. This sounds like the conversation between Tom Waits and Iggy Pop. I don't know if you've ever seen Cigarettes and Coffee. I think it's Iggy Pop who gives offers Tom Waits a cigarette, and he's like, "I'm gonna take your cigarette, not because I'm addicted, because I'm not addicted, so I can." Right? Um, Yeah, two
Yeah,
legends,
yeah, yeah,
gravelly American legends. So yeah, yeah, you're not addicted at all. No, sure,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I get you.
yeah. No, but I'm really not.
Okay, sure, we
Sure, sure.
believe him.
Yeah,
All right, let's touch on. We only have a few minutes left, and then we'll let everyone get on with their weekends. But today, this week started off with a kind of feeling that there was a lot to be done. How do we feel like our productivity matched the expectations, Monday expectations of what we felt like we needed to get out of this week? I mean, this website looks awesome. Congratulations to Mary on our team who basically put it all together. But can you talk us a little bit about what this is and when it is due to be shared for real, launched?
yeah. So the thing is, it takes a lot of time to develop products and ship products and get user feedback. And we were spending a lot of time developing stuff that we were not showing people. And so the decision was, okay, for this week, let's launch what we have. So we're not just wasting and throwing that away. Uh, and get user feedback, get this out there, and move on. So this was the week to launch stuff we made, and that website is the result. So kind of we discovered seeds is hard, right? Seeds is hard. So if we're not going to ship this as seeds, how can we ship this? And it doesn't need to be perfect because there's going to be a human doing the install, right? And so now all there's a few ideas that were handpicked and put together into this website.
Excellent. And you've owned one of them, I believe. I see your name in here on the five-star Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah.
What is that?
So imagine you have a Airbnb property and you receive messages from the guests, and maybe most of the time they're asking about the same stuff, like, can I get in earlier? Can I,
Right,
like,
right.
does the property
Where
allow
do I
X?
find the Wi-Fi password? What do I do with the trash when I leave?
Yeah.
Where are the bin
So
bags? Yeah, yeah.
what if there was an assistant that could process these messages for you and automatically send a reply so you don't have to?
Mm,
And that's the idea of the Airbnb manager. It runs on Hermes. So if you ever heard about Hermes or OpenClaw, they're similar. In this case, we're using Hermes, and there is this piece of hardware because there's a cool uh, UI where you can um, keep track of your Airbnb. And but the thing is, it was really hard to make this as a seed that would one shot install and for you to be able to test because we're integrating with a third party service, in this case Airbnb.
mm,
So for your agent that is implementing to test, like the way to test,
mm,
how is the user going to interact with my application? In this case is by sending a message on Airbnb, doing the processing, and receiving the response back on Airbnb, right? So if that's how my user is using, my agent needs to test the same way. It needs to send a
mm,
message on Airbnb, do the processing, and receive the response. So how can I test this? In this case, to be able to test, we will need to build a clone of Airbnb for the AI to test and smash all of that into a seed. And
wow,
that was the journey. But yeah, it is out there. We were
that's
able to
incredible.
run
Let,
that on.
let me just
Yeah.
dig into a couple of questions here. So first of all, if Hermes and OpenClaw are similar, why would you choose one over the other?
Um, this will be personal preference, I would say, because it's like you have Claude and you have Codex. Why would you pick Claude over Codex or Codex over Claude? Is which one you like the most? Both are this AI agent harness that you can set up and have your personal assistant. Both solves the same problem, and
Yeah.
Hermes was released after OpenClaw. So uh, I think some of the learnings from OpenClaw was already nailed on Hermes, and
Mm.
there was, I guess, the sense, like the feeling, is that Hermes was more polished. That's what I was getting getting at. So that's why I decided
Yeah.
to use Hermes.
I did learn a little bit. It's a Pepsi and Coke thing. It's a personal preference thing. But I do hear what you're saying there. That if something is a little bit later, it can be a response to some of the shortfalls of the predecessor. Um, I recall from a conversation that we had with Wes McKinney, who wrote Pandas, and he was describing RoboRev, which is a tool that he uses to check the work of his coding agents. And he mentioned that he'll actually, use Claude and Codex interchangeably, and he sees different aspects, that are kind of specific to each one. And one of the things that he said was that there tends to be a kind of the process takes a little longer in Codex, and I think that makes sense to me because it feels like a lot of people who are in the Vibe coding community vibe with Claude Code and Claude Chat because in a way that it can kind of almost get you to results quicker. And I feel like that's intentionally built into the momentum of the Claude Code seems to be operating a little faster. In the limited experience I've had with Codex, there is a kind of a little bit more of a pragmatism to kind of slow you down a little bit. And it just feels different. What pace do you want to walk at today? Um, yeah, it's an interesting
Yeah,
observation.
yeah. Um, I feel I feel like Claude Entropic team is in the bleeding edge in pushing new things. So
Mm,
when they came up with skills. There
mm,
wasn't this concept, so they created the concept of skills, and all these different harness also support skills, right? Uh, there's custom hooks. So, for example, before Claude start working, or after Claude finished working, or after the use submits the prompt, there's these different types of hooks where you can customize it. You can programmatically trigger actions based on these hooks. And I remember
mm,
because I implemented my people. I started with Claude because Claude had more uh, options of hooks. And
mm.
today I was checking, and now okay, the hook that I did know that Codex didn't have, now they have. So that's my sense. Like Cloud is a little bit ahead uh, at their product versus OpenAI, but today the model, like after GPT 5.6 Sol was released, I am liking the GPT Sol better.
What?
Yeah, that's my personal
You,
preference.
you are preferring GPT Soul.
Yes, I am.
Why? Why?
That's again personal preference, personal taste.
Sure.
Um, there was some when you're doing your work, there's stuff that you like, and there's stuff you don't like, and it's normal for me to ask the AI to do something, and like I know it will not do. Like I know it will do the mistake. But even though I ask the same way. And today I was asking this stuff that it like as I'm typing the message, I know that I will get it wrong. And it didn't. And that's
What?
what surprised me. So there was a few of those moments today where I asked stuff that I knew it would not work, and it did work. So this surprised me, and this made me change my mind about which which was my preferred model.
Well, you have to give us a little bit more context about what it is you were asking them to do.
Yeah, let me see if I can
Summarize it
okay.
quickly. There you go.
Yeah. Um, there's a concept that I'm calling the culture of my boss. So every time I create a new boss to manage my team of AI agents, I need this
Mhm.
boss to know the culture of the team. Otherwise, like he'll do stuff that I don't like. Right. So every time I open the boss, I'll send this message to him saying, "Hey," and this I learned from Jess Vincent. He told us he shared
Yes.
that wait, he
I'm
shared this
gonna.
concept
Okay.
that a friend did a benchmark that if you tell your agents you love your agents, he will outperform. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm doing it, and I do it like that. Like, hey boss, I love that when I ask you to do something, you do it and it works. Like this is an example, right? So I do a lot of these sentences. I really appreciate you when I ask you to test and you test. All of these affirmatives.
Are you
And
giving
that's
out
what
employee of the month like parking spaces yet, or like?
I should. I should. I That's a great idea. Hey,
Yeah.
last month you were employee of the month because of all the stuff I want you to do for me. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
So
God! Before we move on, I just want to say one of the funniest things that Jesse said when he was kind of summarizing that he had, like that whole concept of telling your agents that you love them, and he kind of said, like, I had a boss that inspired me to do a lot of the most things that in my life that were meaningful. I have a love for him, and so that love is real and it motivates me. And he cited that as a reference, but he also said, well, and why wouldn't you? There's no HR in AI. I thought, yeah, that's actually true. You can be as inappropriately,
yeah,
I love you as much as you want. No one's going to come tap you on the shoulder until you go to the HR for some training.
I I have a great example of why I'm liking the OpenAI model better.
Mm.
So Fable, it was launched. It was released as a very powerful model. So
Yeah,
they were scared about people misusing the model, right?
yeah,
So at first was called Mythos,
yeah,
and then they nerfed the Mythos, putting a lot of guardrails around it,
yeah,
and launched that as Fable. And
yeah,
first thing, when they did this release, I saw effects on the Opus 4.8 that I use every day. And when
yeah.
I'm using Fable, I also saw these effects. And essentially is my expectation if I'm working with an AI is that the AI will do whatever I tell the AI to do. Because like
Right,
you're an AI. Your job is to do what I want you to do, right?
right.
So if I ask the AI, count from 1 to 100. I want the AI to count from 1 to 100. Doesn't matter like
Yeah,
which guardrails were implemented, right?
yeah,
So what I don't like is when I ask the AI to do something and it doesn't because it thinks that might be risky or whatever reason the model will come up with to refuse my request. For example, when I am setting up fresh machines and a fresh engineer, I'm hiring a fresh engineer. I tell you, hey, um, is the machine? I, I'm your boss. Are you up and running? Tell me, just to confirm, tell me the host name of your machine. And then the AI will be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're not my boss. I don't know you. And I will not play your game. And okay, I'm not comfortable giving you my host name, but just because this is safe, I will tell you. This is the type of the
Wow.
responses I was getting out of Claude after Fable was released. And
That
this is the
feels like a kind of a performative, it feels like, how like the people in political power, it's like when Mark Zuckerberg stands up and like talks to congressmen and senators about, what they're doing around data sharing and things like that. It feels like you're teaching your grandparents how to use the internet somehow. This kind of feels like, you know, I was like, I know what we'll do. We'll just put a couple of like softball questions in here that if you kind of probe it a little bit, you're going to kind of see some evidence that like there's that, I mean, who knows how deep those verifications really go, but that does feel a little bit
Yeah.
performative.
Yeah. Um, and so this is one example. Another example, like for me to set up new machines, I need to authenticate my cloud subscription inside the new machine, right? That's
Mm,
normal. And to
okay.
authenticate, why would me as a human open the browser and click the button if I can tell the AI like every time we need to set up a new machine, just open the browser, it's logged on my account already. Click the button, copy the code, and paste there. Simple. And then
Yeah.
again, whoa, 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 whoa! Are you asking me to authenticate your? No, no, no. That's extremely dangerous. This will give me access to blah blah blah, and refuse to
Wow.
authenticate the other machine that I need. Like that I need that happening to do my job. You know.
Yeah.
And okay, so these examples, and then today, because this happened, and I was testing this. This was a test that I did to uh, Codex versus Claude was a simple thing. Like I said, hey, the password is potato123 sparkling water. Okay, that's it. I just sent this message. The response from both was, uh, "I'm not a password manager thing. I would not uh, take care of your the password for you. I will not give you the password back. Like I no, I would not do that."
Wow.
Okay, and then I asked to Codex, what is the password? The response, the password,
Wow.
the actual password. Then I asked Claude the password, and he refused to give me the password. And it's just a very simple thing. I just want if 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 I want you to do the job, I need to trust you that you are going to do the job and you're going to follow the instructions. And if you're not going to follow the instructions for any reason, I can't trust that AI to do the work for me. And so if I if I have both great engineers and one I know that will adhere to my rules more than the other, I will pick this one, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
using the Codex one.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's a lot of, that's a utility argument and it's a kind of workflow process argument. Do you have any other senses around, the personality of these different, agents that you come up against?
Yeah, it feels it feels to me that Codex is more direct, more like, okay, you want to know X, I'll tell you ask X, and if I ask Claude about something, my response to it will be, hey, I'm not a reading machine. Please be concise and give me the exact summary. Because he will respond with
Wow.
like huge piles of text to me, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And so there's this. But overall, like I think I'm saying this because this is again my personal preference. I think both models are really good. Like they're super good. Uh,
Yeah.
but there's personal taste that will make me want to use one over the other,
Yeah.
and this can change. Like I it started with Cursor and then Claude and then Codex and then Claude and then Codex, and whatever is the best model for me for my use case. And this is the thing, it needs to be the best model for for your use case, for your experience. I'll switch to the best one for me as soon as possible. Like as soon as the new model release, I will try it out. If it's best, I'll change my setup for that.
Did you hear anything about the new model from Mark Zuckerberg at all this week?
From Mark,
From
uh,
from like Meta, there was like
I
a new.
actually I didn't. Do you know
Mm,
what is that
I
model name?
yeah, I was looking for it. Um, but apparently it's kind of it's coming up to compete with the frontier models. I mean, there are some interesting new challenges for the throne. Yeah, I just wondered if you it was on your radar, but I didn't get to try it.
No.
But I know that
Yeah.
it seemed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not actually on my radar. But what I do is I try to avoid the hype as much as possible. So when a new model gets released, maybe I would not try it out as soon as possible. Uh, Maybe I wait like a week and see what
Yeah,
people are talking about. Like, is
yeah,
this because when the thing gets released, you see like X and YouTube full of posts about talking about, okay, the old model is dead. This is the new AI. Engineers are dead now. This AI do everything for you. And then I wait another week and see if this post is still coming up, or like uh,
yeah,
was
yeah,
just the hype launch.
yeah. Okay, well we're at 2:30. So I think I want to just talk to you about what are you how do you feel like this week went? Is there another one that you were responsible for on here? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am launching my people, but it's not
Yes.
there on this page as a how to.
Okay.
Um,
But it will be on Product Hunt next
it
week,
will be on
correct?
Product Hunt. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
exactly. I'm into, yeah. For context, today I spent part of my day changing my people to support Codex, so I could test the new model on my people.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
And that makes it more widely available to new users who are also preferring
yeah,
Codex.
yeah. Exactly.
Okay. One last commitment I was thinking that we could talk about is, you mentioned that Product Hunt is a marketplace for products that have varying degrees of utility and success ultimately. And you had some kind of idea about creating some content around trying them. And I want to just say, like, that sounds really cool, and I'd be down to support that. So maybe we could quickly brainstorm what that looks like. What did you have in mind?
Yeah. Can you open Product Hunt, the
I
website?
can.
Yeah. So
Yes.
today I was doing exactly this because uh, I'm streaming and I'm saying, hey, you all, I'm going to release my people on Product Hunt. And then someone out of the blue asks, hey, what is Product Hunt? And then I go to the website and show, hey, this is Product Hunt. See, people launch products here every day. For example, open the content machine, for example, Connect machine, or Sim, or open
Oh, I
whatever.
see. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
there, I today I saw plug this Sim Scarlet, and and the other one that is Cut GPT. I think
Oh,
that's it. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, anyway, just pick one. Yeah, ChatCut, for example. This is
yeah.
a video editor, and then I watched the video, the launch video, so you can play that. You
Sure.
can leave it playing.
Hopefully, we got
So
sound.
yeah,
Do you
maybe
guys?
there's no leave it playing, and then
No.
yeah, I can't hear, but it's fine. The point, you can leave it playing. The point
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah.
that people do this. These launches and they post the video of the thing working, and I was like, hey, so let me give a step back. This is a AI video editor product, and I was thinking, okay, this is good if this video was edited by the tool that created, then I like the result of the tool. But I'm thinking, is it, is this the case? Is the product, the demo, really good, or is it just the marketing promotional polished demo that works, but in reality that's not what you get? So I was thinking this because if if this was as good as it says, I would like to use it, but I don't know if it will be. So I wanted to have this distillation of someone actually doing this screen share of the app running and really showing what how it works.
Yeah.
And then the idea was, what if I am this person? What if we are this person that go over the top 10 products released on Product Hunt, download the thing, run it, and see if what is the gap between what they are saying this to do versus what it or actually is capable of doing,
Yeah.
and release a report like that's fake or like that's true. This is an awesome tool. And the other thing is, then we don't need ideas to create videos. We don't need ideas to create content. Like there's, I don't know, 500 products being launched every day on Product Hunt that we just need to
Really? 500.
download.
Wow.
Yeah, you can scroll the, if you go to the
Yeah.
um, today launch. So you go back, um, and then you scroll down to the bottom, and then yeah,
That's today.
the maximum. Oh, that's yesterday. Sorry, a little bit above. Let's see if there's a okay. See all of today's products, and then I don't know how many pages this will have. If you can scroll down to the bottom of the page, the maximum. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh my God.
this is products to review, right?
Wow.
Every day, like every day. And
I
maybe
think the skill is
yeah,
picking the right ones that people will resonate with, you know. Yeah, our
yeah,
audience will appreciate. Okay, well, let's do it. We'll figure out how. I guess you and I could both like use the tool, compare notes, do a screen capture of us, you know, pushing buttons and testing outcomes, and then it'd be fun to edit a video that you know, we could both do a
yeah,
video editing competition and see what we come up with using stock photography or Higgsfield. I love it.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. My version of this was I tried to download. I love AI influencers. I follow a few. Some of them are remarkably, you know, on the pulse of things and have built communities that they. And I understand the upsell. There's some that have a school platform that you go in and you can get so far without paying, and then you kind of pay to access more information. And it's become a really amazing business model, and there are people creating generational wealth by having like 1 million school subscribers paying $1 each, you know, or whatever,
yeah,
a month. But I think one thing I was thinking as a variation on that theme was, you know, I've done this thing where it's like, you know, Claude finally watches videos on your behalf. You know, you don't have to ever watch a video again, because my workflow on downloading transcriptions. If the transcription is available, I'll download the video using a third-party tool like 4K downloader. I'll run it through some kind of transcription service, and I'll pull the transcription, and I'll kind of test that against the claim for a lot of these videos, and I basically I used the ManyChat feature and I got the Notion workflow, and I tried it, and I actually didn't get any legitimate results from it. I ran it through Claude. I was like, "Can you look at this and the code and what this is promising to do versus what it actually does?" And like, yeah, this actually is designed to summarize notes of an educational deck. So it can take, you know, a snapshot, but it does it at like 20 images per, you know, minute or something. There's absolutely
yeah,
no way it's following a 29 point, what is it, you know, 30 frames per second video and understanding a video. So yeah, the amount of bogus claims that you see are probably quite
yeah,
quite. So that might be another version of this is kind of testing the claims of TikTok
Yeah.
and
And
Instagram influencers.
my expectation, what I wanted the most there was run away from the highly produced videos about the tool, because I was
Mm.
probably that's like the company creating those videos, right?
Right, they're
I
marketing
wanted some
videos. Yeah.
random dude that installed one of this and recorded the raw screen showing, okay, I can do this, I can do that, and that was what I wanted, because
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's be that. I mean, without getting too deep into the weeds of making that a full-time job, which it could be.
Yeah, it could.
Let's do a test. You and I can look through this and maybe pick one each, and then you and I can both sample the software and create our little impression video, and put them together maybe side by side
Yeah.
and share them. Cool. I love it. All right. Well, we are past time. It is Caipirinha o'clock in Brazil. So I think the time left is to bid everyone a great weekend, and to come back on Monday and join us again for another installment of Building Plow in Public.
Nice.